Hey guys, Moltrap here, doing audio commentary, and this is a match between Much and Songho. And I'm sorry, wait, Songho or BackHo? My bad. Yeah, it's BackHo. I get the random Protosses confused sometimes, and they're both hoes, so you have to. Anyways, yeah. So, looks like BackHo is going to be in the top right-hand corner, and Much is going to be in the bottom left-hand corner in blue. And by the way, I'm pretty sure I don't know if Class ever actually listens to mine, but if Class listens to this, he can verify. I think in Ireland they call backhoes diggers. So a little bit of random trivia for you there. Well, if anyone else is Irish, they can help me out too. I spent a couple months there last year, or actually no, now it's 2 years ago, calendar-wise. Wow, actually I just realized that coming up on the anniversary of my trip to Ireland. Anyway, yeah, sorry if some of these games are getting out a little bit slow. I don't know if you noticed, but we are seriously putting out like 30 games in this little 5-day chunk of time. Okay, seriously, 30 games. And if you go back a couple days before that, we're talking like 40 or 50 games. And I am not joking, okay? Because we've got each of these, there's like 4 or 5 MSL groups this week, and they're all 5 games each. And then the Pro League playoffs is going to be 4 to 7 games. The OSL is putting out 8 games. Diggity did a random game from a LAN tournament in San Diego. Yeah, craziness. Anyways, yeah, this is on Blue Storm, and this is going to be interesting. BackHo, in case you didn't catch that earlier, just a random Protoss. I'm sure there are some people that like him or know about him. I don't. I'm sorry in these early stages. I don't usually know a lot about these players. I'm sure they're decent, but I haven't had a chance to look at them because they're not around a lot. So I'm sorry I don't know more about BackHo's style or anything like that. Much has been playing really well recently, though. He actually made it into the OSL as a seed by winning all of the OSC, and that is not an easy thing to do at all. I mean, beating players like Yark and C to take that there. So yeah, pretty good stuff, and looking forward to Much playing pretty well in this matchup. By the way, this is a good kind of an example. Usually in Protoss versus Protoss, I kind of was wanted to kind of say something about this. Protoss versus Protoss, there's basically 2 big decision points in the game, I guess. There's the initial build, where Protoss, both players decide either to go for 2-gate or for 1-gate and then tech, and try and get goons out before the other guy gets there with zealots. And Much getting his zealot picked out a little bit there. He needs to run it around a little bit, and looks like he's trying. It looks like he might be trying to delay the expansion. Both players trying to delay each other's expansion. Much doing a little bit better job at it, bringing in that probe as well, but he's eventually driven off, and BackHo gets down the Nexus at almost exactly the same time. Okay, so there's the 2 points. You go for the 2 gates, or you go for the 1 gate in tech. Much stealing his gas. That's gonna hurt him real bad, actually, because now his next step would be to get a cybernetics core, basically, and now he can get the core, but he's not gonna be able to get gas to use it to get goons as quickly. So definitely gonna slow down his tech. As I was saying, the next big choice basically in Protoss versus Protoss, and Much should really, while he's attacking that simulator, he should be distracting him by attacking his new Nexus or something like that, but it's not. Did he put down another simulator? I didn't see who put down the simulator. That'd be funny if Much put down another one after he canceled it. But likely BackHo just put it down as quickly as he could. The next big choice is usually then you see some goons, and both players kind of stand off each other with some goons and some zealots. And then you have the 2 choices of A, getting going for like Reavers, going the robotics facility route, or B, going the Dark Templar route. So usually the standard is to go for Reavers. and that sort of thing. And usually, actually, they do go for, if you go for the robotics facility, a lot of times players will go for the observatory first, just in case the other player goes for Reavers. And yeah, so now we see Much has his cybernetics core out, and he's going to be putting out goons, and BackHo is just now putting a cybernetics core down. So BackHo really behind in tech, getting that second gas to try and catch up, but Much also has its second gas. So Much is going to be way ahead in tech. He's going to be able to have, oh my god, this is going to be insane. Much is probably going to go, if he's smart, he'll go for straight Reavers, actually, and skip the observatory, is what I think would be a good move, because he needs to take advantage of this tech lead, because then, basically, by the time he gets out, okay, and see, this is the other option. This is, see, like I was saying, go for the robotics facility or go for the Templar, and BackHo has opted to go for the Citadel, so he's gone for the other route, basically, and I think Much just saw it, so I'm not sure, actually. We'll have to see. So, yeah, those are the kind of two big choices, and then you can go for the robotics support bay first to try and get Reavers out quicker, or you can go for the observatory first, and then because if you suspect the other player is going to go for a Templar. And Much being a little bit careless here, running out his goons, that was a close one. He could have gotten those goons pinned in there. If BackHo had a couple more goons, he would have been a little bit trouble. He could have gotten one picked off. He probably should have kept his zealots with those goons, in my opinion. Although obviously he's hasn't lost anything because of it. He also could. I forgot to check if he was upgrading his singularity charge or not. But getting the core up earlier means that he's going to get his range up earlier as well. So he's going to be able to use that to range enemy goons. And they just showed Much's base, and I forgot to check if he'd gone for the observatory or the robotic support bay, but we'll find out soon enough what's going on there. So yeah, huge tech lead by Much, getting that out a lot way earlier, and no, you're not getting another scout in, sorry buddy. Not with goons hanging around now. Yeah, so looks like while he's teching the Templar, okay, we see a Citadel here, so it looks like, okay, he's got the observatory out first, so he didn't even get, oh man, he should have gotten some Reavers out quick, and just charged in there with a shuttle and a Reaver and his ground forces, and I think he would have owned BackHo pretty badly, because there was no way that BackHo would have had any way of coping with Reavers by the time he got Reavers, being so far ahead with his core. But yeah, Much has decided to go, and Much has almost given up his tech lead. Much has basically given up his tech lead, because now they're at the same spot, and Much has observers, and BackHo has observers, and BackHo has the Templar archives, and Much doesn't even have his Templar archives yet. It's just warping in right now, probably. And so, wow, so Much, I really kind of feel that's a bad move on his part, giving up his tech lead. It looks like he does have a slight ground forces lead, a little bit better mix of units. As you can see, BackHo only has a couple of Dragoons because he's been spending all of his gas on tech, and oh, he's chasing down an observer there. For a second, the observer was on top of that gateway, and he was attacking the observer. I thought he was attacking his own building or something like that. Oh, okay. So Much knows that this drop is coming in. He's put some goons over here. This is going to be critical if he can get that. If he can react quickly enough to get things out in time. And the shuttle is not going to go down. And so luckily, I think Much is going to have observers in space. So he's got an observer nearby, but he's not bringing it back. Bring it back, your observer! Bring it back! Oh, okay, never mind. He has another one there. I'm sorry. I'm tripping out for no reason. So now he, at least BackHo got a scout in there. But yeah, see, now they're even again. What the heck, Much? You had an advantage. Oh my gosh. Much. Well, it's too bad. Now BackHo, both. Oh my god. Protoss versus Protoss sometimes can go totally mirror, and it's weird that usually they're mirror at the beginning, and then they split. And one person goes for one build and another goes for another at some point. And although sometimes in the best PvP games they're exactly mirror builds, but usually there's a split at some point. And in this case, they actually started off splitting, and now they've converged, and they're back to kind of a mirror right now instead. And it looks like watch scouting up that that bottom right hand corner there, and Much putting out more Templar here, which I think is a good thing.